Okay, so the new bleach formula came. I was about to do color remover. I saw this came in the mail and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, we totally gotta swatch out this new formula from BLONDME. Compare it to the old formula because I'm about to do color remover and then bleach my roots and then do our Halloween hair and cut my hair. So I'm really excited for my newest hair transformation. Thanks for being here, by the way. This is their new formula of the 9+ Lift Powder. I have reviewed, and I'll actually link the video down below for you, but I have reviewed their new formula of the 7 Lift, their Precision Lightener. And I go into more detail about a lot of the bleaches in the last video, so go ahead and check that one out. If you have questions about, go ahead and comment below, and I'll answer them the best that I can from what I know. I actually went straight to the Schwarzkopf YouTube channel and watched a video about their newer formula. The point is that there is 3 lighteners in their line, and they're all newly formulated. They have their 9+ levels of lift, there's 7 precision lightener, 7 levels of lift, and there's 7 clay lightener. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know Schwarzkopf BLONDME bleach is one of my favorites I've found so far. I'm open to trying new bleaches, and we probably will, but this is just my #1 go-to for my hair. But I have always used their old formula in the round can until I got the 7 Lift, obviously. But I haven't tried their new 9 Lift in their new formula. I have just enough of my old formula left. Not enough to bleach my hair, but just enough to compare these today. So I'm excited about that. So here's their original packaging of the 9 Lift. And here's their new one. New thing about it is that they use an anti-metal bonding technology. So all the metals and the things that come through your water that collect in your hair can affect the lightening process and your bleach. So this is there to work against that, but it still has the original bonders in it, just like their old formula. So you don't have to add in like your Olaplex or anything. They already have the bonding technology already in there. One of the other things that I wanted to make sure to mention as far as like their entire BLONDME line, they're very proud of the fact that they wanted to make it more eco-conscious. I don't have all the products in front of me right here, but his examples were like these tubes of the toners and stuff. And he said the actual tube that the toners are in, like all of those are 100% recycled aluminum. The cap on that, those are all recycled plastic. Even the box that it came in was 93% recycled cardboard. Said that all of the things in those tubes were all vegan approved and all that stuff. I just wanted to make sure to put that in there because they were really proud of it on the video I was watching, and so I felt like I really needed to reiterate that information even though I don't have all the products here in front of me. I would go check it out. It's on their Schwarzkopf YouTube channel when he's just introducing the new line of the Schwarzkopf BLONDME specifically. They do have other videos on like their Igora and their other branches, but this is all specifically on their BLONDME line, which is what I've used the most. So cool, right? Awesome. Premium Lightener 9+ Advanced Neutralization, meant to lift your hair. 9 levels of lift. It's safe for on or off the scalp application. He recommends, or they recommend using either like a 7 or a 20 volume developer, which you know, because we've seen it. I've gotten my roots, which I'm going to do again, to a nice platinum first round of bleach with only their 7 volume developer. We actually just pulled color right out to a platinum on some swatches. I'll link that video below, using just their 7 Lift and some 20 volume. So I love it. I love the brand. Just want to see how this works. Mixing ratio on this new one is 1 to 1.5 to 1 to 2.5. That's the same. That's exactly the same. And then the development time, 20 to 45 minutes. And do not use artificial heat. And it even says right on this new packaging, on or off scalp, you can use 2 or 20%. Off scalp, you can use 30. They do have a 40, but really just please don't use the 40. I do have their 30 volume developer. I just don't really have a need for it. I keep it around in case I need to use it on some of like my wigs for some of our other hair color stuff that we'll be doing, that we do. But as far as for me, I used the 30 volume on my roots, I think once, and there just really wasn't a need for me to do that again. Now I'm all the way down to 7 volume. All right, so we're going to compare these side by side today. The directions seem the same. Like I said, it's just going to be that newer anti-metal technology, the newer packaging, eco-friendly packaging. It's not tested on animals or anything like that. So my hair swatches I'm going to be comparing them on today are just this like kind of darker. I held up all of my swatches to my roots, and this is, even though it's dark, it's just going to be the best match for me. I'm also just going to be going in and using 7 volume developer today with the 9 Lift because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on my roots. I'm just really kind of trying to mimic that because we're literally going to be bleaching my roots right after I do some color remover. Kind of get this a little bit more where I wanted to, which stick around, by the way, because that's going to be the very next video after this is color remover. And then right after that, we're bleaching my roots because like we're in the middle of a hair transformation. I want it done enough time ahead of Halloween to be able to have some spooky hair longer than like 2 days. We're going to just be crushing it, moving like real quick towards that. So if that's something you're interested in and this is your first time here, I hope that you subscribe. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, if that sounds good, I hope you stick around. So I am going to just be using their 7-volume developer today to compare these two. So that being said, I will see you guys down here. Let's see how these turn out because I am just going insane not doing anything with my hair. Like it is time. Thank you so much for being here and happy mid-October. Still hot here. Still very hot here. I'm not complaining about the weather though. I know that there's a lot of you and quite a few of you that I've talked to on here that have been living out where all like the hurricane and storms are, and I just want to say that I hope you're all doing okay, and I'm just sending you all like the best. I know there's not much I can do sitting here so far away in crappy warm weather, but just to whoever needs it, I hope you're doing okay out there. Just sending all the best thoughts and just hang in there wherever you are, whatever you're going. Sorry, I just my heart hurts when other people are going through stuff. And then I'm sure you guys know it's all over the news. Everything's kind of sad right now and people are going through it. So, but no matter what you're going through, either way, just thank you all for being here. I hope that comparing some bleaches helps your day in some ways. Let's bleach some swatches. I'm going to be going in like a 1 to 1.5 ratio because that's what I do for my hair. Even though this isn't all the way full, all that matters is that you're matching your ratios. So if this was all the way full and I'm doing a 1-1 ratio, then you're going to fill this once with bleach, put it in there, and then you're going to fill it all the way the same amount of developer and put that in there. And then that would be a 1-1 ratio. So no matter how big the vessel is or how you go about it or what ratio you're using, that's your guideline. So say you want to mix in a 1-2 ratio, then you're going to use 1 of these filled with bleach and then 2 of these filled with developer for a 1-2. I really don't need a lot. We're only doing 1 swatch each. So I'm going to do this about a half. I'm going about a 1.5. So that was a half of one of these. So I filled another halfway. That'd be a 1-1 ratio. So then a full one of these would be a 1 to 1.5. But yeah, I don't want to use a lot because I just don't want to waste. I hate wasting product and I just don't have anything hanging around that I need to bleach right now besides this. This is the original formula and actually that is a little bit more runny than I usually would have it. It's like a nice thick paste. It's not really coming off, but it's not like over thick. I really love this. This is perfect. All right, so there's our one. I'm just going to put a giant O on there for the old formula. Now, I want to point out that the original one says it was a dust-free powder. And now this does look blue, just like the other number 9 and everything. But it doesn't specify whether it's dust-free on the container. But the other one does. So that's the only thing I'm not sure 100% if it's the same. But I feel like that's something I need to be careful with regardless, even if it says dust free, that doesn't mean it's not gonna not be the case. So now another half of one of these in here of the new formula. That one has a nice perfumey smell, nothing crazy. Not that I suggest you shove your nose into it, but I just did, and I'll just do a quick close-up of this in case anybody needs to pause it on there for any reason, even though I know it's kind of insane amount of writing. One to 1.5 for me, so I'll just fill that one all the way up. I'm not using the same whisk or anything, and I cleaned that out, so I'm not like cross-contaminating products or anything here. Yeah, look, that looks just exactly the same. Love that. It's pretty thick. It's not even coming off of here, but it's still like a nice smooth consistency. This mixed really easily. I'm going to pay more attention to this one because this is the new one. But as far as like mixing, this was lovely. And then this one with the O is the old one. I'd say they're pretty similar. If anything, it could just be in my head. But I feel like this one's almost a little bit smoother. But besides that, I can't really tell too much of a difference in that. They both smell like bleach. No difference in that. That was a dumb idea. No, I totally didn't just smell bleach. I have the original swatch to compare these two, so I'm actually just going to bleach the entire thing. It's going on really smoothly, really quickly. This is the old formula. It saturated through really well to the other side. Remember, this is all with the 7 volume developer, not the 20. If you guys want me to come back with this formula and do another video with the 20, that's absolutely fine. I just, I really wanted to just try this. Not only compare, but like I said before, this has a lot to do with what I'm going to be using on my hair. And because I'm going to be doing that right away, I just wanted to do it this way. But yes, I'm totally open if you guys want me to try this any other way. And I'll come back after like 5 minutes and just put the rest little bit of this in there. These have been so helpful. There was like 2 of them for $4 on Amazon. And you can either do like a stopwatch or you can... And they're magnetized and they have like a little stand. And you can do the times different ways. So I really like this. New formula. And obviously these swatches haven't been dealing with the water the same way that we would using this. But it's still a different formula. So I still want to see how it acts regardless of. But that is a really cool bonus, I think. I know, like, using some of the Malibu products that I've been trying for color remover and stuff lately, even they have products that are supposed to help remove all that before coloring surfaces and stuff. So it's kind of nice to know that there's a bleach that's just that they designed this bleach with that in mind to kind of help deal with the reactions that can come from the metals that are just in our hair every day from washing our hair and stuff like that. So I just thought that was so cool. And I'm glad it still has the bonders in it. Because I just really love that part of it. This is definitely thickening up. This seems like just a little bit thicker almost. There was some reviews like on Reddit that a lot of hairdressers actually ended up preferring the old formula and went back to it. So I just thought that this was really important. And with the 7 Lift new formula, see, I hadn't tried the old 7 Lift. I just wanted to see how this worked in general. So it's really cool I get to compare these side by side, really. I'm going to let these both sit about 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and touch them up with just the last little bit of bleach that I have in each bowl. We'll actually see how fast they've already been processing just after those few minutes. And we'll go from there. Okay, we're actually at 10 minutes, and I'm being bad. I don't have gloves on. Here's the new formula. It's after 10 minutes and we're to a nice brown. It's got some swelling. The 7 Lift that I just had out to compare their 7 Lift formula. Like I said, these can both be for on the scalp. This one is too. But that 7 Lift, they have that marketed at more as it's going to swell less because they actually have more of the anti-metal bonding technology in the 7 Lift. So that one is actually got more than this one of that. And so it's supposed to help with the swelling. I'm curious, though, to see if this swells more than the old one in general, though. Here's the old one. It's also lifting to a brown. Some swelling, not quite as bad of the swelling, but it's still some swelling. Should kind of equal on that one. And normally it's really hot in here, but there's like, it's not like super hot today. We're actually under 100. We have the house set at like maybe a 79, but it's still early. So nothing crazy with the heat like usual. Because sometimes when I've done this, sometimes it's just so overbearingly hot. I think I could saturate this anymore or work it through the hair any more than I already have. So I guess it's just going to have to be what it's going to be on this. Seal their back up and hope for the best with that. It's been 15 minutes altogether since we started the very first one. So see you guys when these are done processing. But I just want to let you know that even on your own hair, even on the swatches, I still like to really keep an eye on them and check them every 5-10 minutes. Oof. Okay, so we're back. I'm going to get my gloves on. Ow. I ended up leaving these in an extra 10 minutes over their full processing time, because as I've been doing this, I noticed that not only do I usually leave it in about 15 minutes, which I'm not recommending, a lot of you out there leave it in longer. But after watching some hair Buddha and things like that, I did learn that you get the most levels of lift in the first 30 minutes. So if you know it's going to be like a double process or something, like it's all going to just depend on what you're doing. But I did leave these in about an exact full hour. And this is the new formula. And remember, this isn't 20 volume lift. If you guys want me to do a higher volume developer, that's fine. This is just what I'm going to be using on my roots. And this was my blackest hair swatch I had. This should get me just fine. Like, I'll link my last bleaching roots video where I actually did accomplish that for you if you want to check that out before we do my new bleaching video, just in case you missed it or this is your first time here. So, yeah, so this is our new one, and let's see our old one. This is our old one right here. This is our new one. They're looking awfully similar to me. If the new one just didn't work at all, I mean, that'd be pretty disappointing. So since I have gloves on, here's our new one. I'll try to pull some of the bleach away. So it's like a nice kind of honey golden color. I didn't take too much more to lighten this one. This is looking pretty good. So I'm going to go rinse these out and I'll be right back. I'm going to be honest, just coming out of rinse out, like not even drying them at all, I feel like the new one already looks quite a bit lighter toned, and we obviously won't know until they're dry. But to me, I can see an obvious difference in tone between the two, and just a lot less orangey, a lot less brassy. The condition so far wet of both seems about the same, but I almost feel like the new one feels a little bit better than the old one, just saying. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get these dry and then I'll be right back, and then we'll check them out in the natural light and everything too. Seeing that tone in the newer formula honestly just kind of gave me like a little bit of pep in my step, like or pep in my seat. This is making me very excited. I'm happy, so see you in just a second. All right, like for me, I'm obsessed with these results. Now, we weren't trying to see how long it would get to platinum. Just wanted to see how the bleach worked. And as usual, I love how it worked. I loved how it turned out. But I do have a clear winner in my mind. And obviously, it's going to be different for everyone's hair. Like, you go into a salon, every single person that walks through that door is going to have a different hair journey, hair story, type of hair, etc. Here's the reveal. Dun, 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 dun. I want to see if you guys can guess which is which, actually, without me telling you. All right, ready? Boom. Look at that. So one full application. I can tell which one is the new and the old one. So the new one is this one. Am I right? Ah, I'm right. So yeah, I don't know if it's as obvious for you guys on the camera, but for me, this new one here, it's just lighten it more. And which is funny because we actually put the old formula on first. So if anything, this was actually in longer. And to me, it's just still more in the browner stage. This is just like almost a whole nother level lighter. And it's just got a better tone to it. I didn't use any conditioner or anything on these. I just rinsed the bleach straight out. Just kind of see how it would feel on the hair. And is there any difference in that? And as far as the bond repair, in my head, I want to say the new one feels just a little better, but I think that's just subconsciously because the color looks better. Plus, I have neuropathy. I have a horrible feeling in my hands, so I'm not going to say I'm 1,000% a good judge of feeling things, but yeah, I think they feel exactly the same, to be honest with you. So yeah, the bonders seem to apply the same. I think it's just so obvious, the three different tones. So yeah, so for me, just off of this, I'm happy I got the new formula. I'm more excited to use it than I was a little bit before because, you know, it was the only bleach I had, so I was going to have to use it either way. So seeing that it just gives us these results, going from like this dark to this light would make me pretty happy. So, I mean, if you are here and you're looking at bleaches and you're going from like a natural dark color, or at least if it was me, I wouldn't be upset with this being where I'm at after one application. Using this low of a volume, using only 7 volume developer with their new formula, I think this is honestly stunning results. Just remember though, if you have like box dye or any kind of black hair color like that, that's a color. then you're going to definitely want to go in with like a Malibu CPR or some kind of more gentle hair color remover to try and get rid of some of those levels of color. So I was just more referring to if your hair was like naturally dark. So like even looking at this next to these colors, it's almost in more up to my like lighter blondes here. Show them to you down here in the natural light, but I'm really curious what you think. For me, new formula gets a win. Especially because, you know, my hair is obviously going to be dealing with more of the heavy metals and stuff that come through the pipe, especially because my house was built in like the 1950s. So I feel like I'm someone that's really going to benefit from this because having those metals in your hair really can just cause so many reactions. But this just makes me so happy. This worked out great. I'm much more confident going in for my bleach my roots part. Maybe not so much with the color remover part of our month, but I'm really confident in going into bleach. Let me know if you've tried the new formula. Let me know what you think. Constructive criticism always welcome. Opinions always welcome. Try to keep it as positive as possible, but always appreciate any knowledge or input. And I hope that this week is kind to you. I'm here hoping the best for you out there. And I just want to say much love. Thank you for being here as usual. And don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of the stuff that we have coming up, or just if this video was kind of your vibe at all, then I hope you stick around, hit the notification button, all that fancy stuff, you know. Either way, I hope to see you again. And if not, you do you, and just know I'm sitting here waiting for it to show you these two side by side and in the natural light. And you have an absolutely amazing day. See you in the next video, I hope. Gosh, the new one is on the left. This is with the sun coming through the window. I think this is probably the best example of the two colors with all the lighting. Look at that. It looks like a completely different level. So if anyone, I think that the new formula lightened it even more. Like a whole nother level more. Yeah, let me know what you think. I honestly don't think it would take much lightening at all on the new formula one to get that to a blonde if you were going for that. Or I bet even if you had just used 20 volume, it'd be a pretty close call. We only used our beautiful 7 volume. Have a beautiful day.